I was just trying to give you Friday's market commentary. I'm actually recording this on Thursday because today, Friday, I am at the Forex show. So just thought I'd do some trading today. I'm recording sitting down here. It is 5 to 9 on Thursday. And so I thought I'd just do the trading today instead of tomorrow, Friday. Getting confusing. Anyway, so I'm just having a look at the Euro Yen here. All these currency markets have had a big old moves down late yesterday and overnight. I'm just having a look at the Euro Yen, and actually we could put in a little short actually. So let's just bring up a deal ticket into the 5 live bands. Let's just make sure that qualifies. It does qualify. So see if we can get up there, get up to the upper bands, and then just put in a short to play. So let's just see if it's going to set up. I have to just press pause actually if it takes too long. Nearly there. Ooh, let's talk amongst ourselves, shall we? So nearly there. 41s. We need to see 42s or so by the looks of things to get the entries. Let's see if we can get that. It's just I think it's probably going to overrun this slightly, so I'm not going to be in too much of a rush. I'll edge in on a few. There's one. Obviously, we put the 4 in that we normally try and put in, and but I'm just going to see if I can get in. If it's going to overrun slightly. Here we go. Oh, 42.9. I saw 44 there a second ago, so we've got 2 in now, and see if we can. I still think it might overrun. The reason I'm saying that is we've got 4 minutes to go to the end of the hour, and we're putting in a nice ball harami on the 15-minute chart and a nice hammer actually on the 30-minute chart. So so I was looking for this to overrun a little bit so that they can complete. So let's see if we can get that last one in. There we go, 44. Okay, so we'll just see if we can bring the thing over now so you can see it. So here's the 4 positions. So we've got them in at the 42, 42.9, 44.6, 44.2. So I'll just get the stop sorted out. It's quite a decent ranges on it, so the stops probably need to be up at about 60. So I'll get those sorted out in a minute. But actually, let's get the limit order or the sell tickets open just in case we very quickly flush down. So let's just bring those down here in case we quickly flush down towards the lower band, in which case we'll want to be getting ready with those. So we're looking at around about, looks like it'll be around about early 30s. So anyway, whilst I'm just waiting on that, I'll press pause and just get the stop sorted out. Okay, looks right there. Let's just see if we can. We were there and I've missed my opportunity, I think. Let's see if we can come down again. 32s. Oh, not quite there yet actually. So I've got 2 off there. We came down to 30, like I said, but I missed it just by pressing resume on the recording. So I've just taken 2 off at worse prices actually than I would have liked to have had. But anyway, so we got 2 off, but down in the early 30s. I'll review that in a minute. I was just putting the stops in still, so it came down so quick. Let's get my rest of my stops in. Bear with me. See if we can. Right, now let's see if we can come down towards those levels. So let's bring the account up so you can see that's where we are. So it's just a case to see if we can get down to that lower band or not. If we put a shooting star in, then I'll bring the stop right down to the high of this bar anyway. So which looks like we're about to do. Now we're coming down to that 30 zone again. No, still playing around. But it certainly looks like I'll be able to move my stop down to the high of this bar as we're about to close at 8:59. Just a few seconds to go, so it looks like I'm going to be able to adjust that stop. Here we go. So right, 29. Oh, got 1 more to go. 26, that'll do. Oh, not a bad little trade there actually, as we've come down to the lower band. So little band play, like I said. I didn't want to be in it for too much because I know we've got a ball harami there on the 15-minute chart, but if it overruns, fine, it overruns. But a very quick trade there, and that's the way sometimes they can go. I just played the band itself. Sometimes you're trying to guesstimate where the band's going to be, the lower band's going to be, and I wanted to get out 30, and it zipped up to 30, let's have a look, see what the exits were. Yeah, 34 and 32, and then 29.26. So these two were not the best of exits because of by the time I pressed resume, we'd already blipped back up as I pressed that. But anyway, not a bad little trade there, and that's purely because the range on the euro yen at the moment. So entries were at 40 in the 40s, and we've come out for sort of 10 pips into 13, 14, 15, and a bit more than that pips. So, but I suspect this is probably going to hold, and so that's why I wanted to come out of the lower band. Anyway, well, as it's been a very quick, swift trade there at the beginning of the day, I think we might actually just leave it at that, and I can get this out to you. I can crack on with a load of work actually. So for some of you, I might see you at the show, doing some live trading at the show tomorrow. And actually, before I go any further, I might as well do some analysis, mightn't we, on the daily charts. So sometimes you're doing a video update. If it was a Friday, I'd want to continue doing trading all day, but today I've still got a load of work to be getting done, so to get just an early trade in like that, and it's enough money to justify saying, okay, well, just if I'd have only made 100 quid or something like that, then we'd have stopped for the day. Sorry, we'd have carried on, but it makes it a lot easier on me to be able to get on with more work. Anyway, now let's just revisit this euro yen. Been saying for many a week that this was going to come back to the lower trend channel line, and the fact that this is such a nice tight trend channel that at some point it's going to break. And as we can see, yesterday we came down to it and we are breaking. So I see a 50-day retest, 50-day moving average retest is certainly on the cards. So that's what we've got to look for, and it's a nice almost 300 pips below where we currently are. So certainly I'm looking for opportunities on the short side, and it's going to continue to be looking for short side opportunities. It's just a shame that on the hourly charts we just had such a run overnight, and the momentum on euro yen's not too bad on the downside actually at the moment. It's not that thick. So and we've got sort of divergence behaviour in place, and it's a similar sort of situation on the euro. So but anyway, whatever you say about it, we've had a really good run down overnight, and I don't know how good the trading's going to be today, and that's why I just took that little trade there, and I don't know how good this trading's going to be today, in light of the fact that we've already had these big moves overnight. And it's a similar situation with the euro dollar. As you can see, it's finally broken its trend channel. We've been talking about it for months, and that it would happen at some point, and we've broken. And I'm looking for more downside on the euro dollar as well. I think there's still another good couple of hundred pips at least in that move as well, possibly to come down to test these lows in the first instance. Obviously we've got this 100-day moving average, which is a very obvious area of resistance support to begin with. It hasn't been tested since back here in November, so I think that one's should create some sort of support around that zone anyway. So for now, yeah, definitely we've got some nice downside targets, and it looks like it's going to be sell all rallies for the foreseeable on the euro. And let's have a look at the pound, because the pound is look at that, it's come outside of its daily trend channel, and it's just so weak at the moment. But again, now this is doing the opposite of what the euro did, remember. So to remind ourselves, in the euro yen, when they were flipping outside of the top end of their channel, and the same with the euro dollar when it flipped outside the opposite side of its channel. Now the pound's doing the opposite, so I think the pound's a lot closer to putting in a decent bounce back to that channel, and at some point it will come into this channel and come the other side. So it's almost the exact opposite really for the pound. So I think certainly over the coming days, it could actually be that tomorrow at the live show I'm actually trading on the long side of cable. If the intraday charts are up, then that could well be happening. I can see the potential with that, because it's been very much overstretched and it's got potential there. So that's the case there. Now the S&P, let's have a quick look at the S&P. Oh, sorry, this is a currency one for Friday, so I don't need to worry about this too much. But a big old down day yesterday, big bearish engulfing. So again, it's been hugging the top side of its trend channel. Maybe it's going to want to come all the way down to test its lower trend channel. But I still think that the S&P is still going to break to new all-time highs. It may just be that it's going to do this big pullback first, and then still go up for it. So that's how my view still is with that one. So that's pretty much it for now on those currencies, at least anyway. So euro yen, euro dollar, looking for more downside. Cable, obviously could still come down, but it's in a different situation to those two currencies, and it wouldn't surprise me if it does the opposite of what these two are doing. Anyway, nice little trade there for this morning, and look forward to catching up with you next week.